Hey all my friends here on YouTube and in the reptile community. Today I want to talk about ball python growth rate. So I have here DangerNoodle. He is a single gene animal. He is a pied male. And this is the youngest ball python that I have. And you can see why they call him ball pythons. You see what he's doing here. He's all coiled up into a ball. So this guy is just about 1 year old. I believe he turns 1 year old this month. And he's got some good size on him. He's just about 500 grams. So baby ball pythons are about between 10 and 17 inches when they're born and weigh about 60 to 80 grams roughly. So depending on their husbandry, their tank size, how often you feed them, and what size prey items you feed them will depict how quickly these guys grow. So baby ball pythons' first meals should be mouse hoppers. They require something live to kind of get them going because they won't recognize frozen thawed or something pre-killed as a food source. So you want to start off with a mouse hopper as their first, say, 4 to 6 meals ideally. Here's his head. And as they grow, you want to base the size of their prey items off of the girth of their body. Let's see if we can unwind this guy here. So you want to take the thickest part of the animal, like the midsection here, and base their prey size off the thickest part of the animal. So going from mouse hoppers to, say, if you can transition them, you really want to transition them to rats because they're just so much more nutritious, and as they grow larger they're definitely going to need prey items that are larger because rats get larger than mice. So going from mouse hoppers to, say, rat pups, then weaned rats, then small rats, medium rats, etc. You just, again, want to base the prey item off the thickest part of your animal. And then ball pythons, up until about the year mark, once they get past that 500 gram mark, you want to feed them at least once a week. Right now, DangerNoodle, he is getting some good size on him. He's getting a little large for weaned rats, so I'm finishing up the supply that I had ordered from RODENTPRO. Go check out the description below. I'll have the website down there so you can order your own rats for your animals. I'm not sponsored by them in any way. I just really like the company and really like the way they package and send everything. And I think they're really reputable and they work great for me. So right now I'm feeding this guy a weaned rat every 4 or 5 days just to finish up whatever weaned rats that I have, and then we'll get him started on small rats. This guy was 129 grams when I got him, and he's almost 500 grams now, and I haven't even had him a whole year yet. Go ahead and put him away and show you guys one of the other ball pythons that I got here. We'll put him back in his tub. Good job, buddy. We're gonna feed these guys here in a little bit too. We'll capture some awesome slow motion and time-lapse footage of that. If you guys haven't already, please smash the like button and the subscribe button so you can keep up with all the content that I'm posting. I post every Friday and Sundays. So this here is my very first snake ever. This is a banana pastel GHI het hypo ball python, royal python, and his name is Vegeta. And this guy, I think, is about 4 years old, and he's around the 1,000 gram marks. And he's a male. Males, there is sexual dimorphism between males and females, meaning that the females get larger than the males. So the males typically max out around 3.5, 4 feet, maybe just slightly smaller than that. Just like with humans, you see the occasional like 7 or 8 foot tall person. So it's not very common that you see like 6, 7 foot ball pythons. That typically happens more so with the locality, the voltas. The volta locality ball pythons do get a little larger, but still the specimens that get like 8,000 grams or it's 7 feet long is pretty rare. So I think this guy's just about maxed out. He probably still has just a little tiny bit of growing. Right now I feed him every 2 weeks And he's on medium rats, so that's about the thickness of the midsection there as mentioned prior. Now it takes about 3 to 3.5 years roughly for ball pythons to reach their mature adult size. You can breed your males at 1 year if they're over 500 grams. Females, you really want to wait at least 3 years and have them be at least 1,500 grams in order to have the body condition to breed and produce offspring. Now typically males will max out around 1,000 grams to 1,500 grams, maybe 2,000 grams. Females, like I said, there's sexual dimorphism, they'll get a little larger. Females will max out around 3,000 to 3,500 grams typically on average, but the occasional specimen does get a little larger. I've seen or heard of people having like 5,000 gram females. That's huge. So this is the last ball python that I have in my collection. This is a citrus pastel female. She's the only female that I have in my collection. She just shed, as you guys can see right back here. I have some nice sheds hanging on the wall there. This girl is beautiful. She's huge. I don't know what she is. She's like 4.5 feet long. She's pretty heavy. She is around 2,200 grams last I checked her. Now, I don't know the age of this female. The guy I got her from back in El Paso, Texas, has produced clutches with her before, so I definitely would suspect she's at least 5 or 6 years old. Now, according to a BBC News article that I saw back in September 2020, at the St. Louis Zoo, there was a ball python that was 62 years old. Super old ball python, and it actually produced a clutch of 7 eggs parthenogenically. Now, parthenogenesis is essentially the female doesn't require a male and she'll produce fertile eggs without the assistance of a male. Now, this particular ball python at the St. Louis Zoo hadn't been paired with a male for at least 15 years according to the article. And it is possible that females can retain sperm from the male for a period of time, but 15 years seems like a bit of a far stretch. Now, typically ball pythons, on average, will live between 20 and 30 years depending on their care. Obesity does happen with these animals, so if you're overfeeding them, power feeding them, that's not necessarily great for the animal. Like I said, I feed these guys, I feed Vegeta and Cleo here twice a month, so every 2 weeks they get an appropriate size meal, and that is all they need, guys. Now, with that being said, these guys I'm sure are hungry. They haven't eaten in 2 weeks, or in DangerNoodle's case, he hasn't had a weaned rat in at least 5 days now. And probably gonna go ahead and feed my boa as well and my milk snake. So let's do some reptile feeding. great success feeding everyone today except for Cleo. For some reason she didn't feel like striking. I left the rat in there. I'll leave it in there for a period of time. Hopefully she'll just take it and we'll see what happens. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys found today's video entertaining, educational. I'm doing a 100 subscriber giveaway. If we can hit 100 subs, I'm doing custom art giveaways, so hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm and get my videos out to more viewers, so I greatly appreciate it, you guys. So, and again, I post on Fridays and Sundays, so with that being said, I hope you guys have an awesome week. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Alright? Peace.